Hello everybody and welcome back to Salute, and I am here at one of the most magnificent game boards I have ever seen in my life, which is the city of Gradara. Gradara, okay. I have Gianluca here and I'm joined by Sam as well, responsible for the game in various ways. So who wants to start by telling me what the project started off with, how this came about?
Briefly introduce it. So it's born out of frustration a little bit, in the sense that if you go to museums, galleries, heritage bodies, you see a lot of dioramas, models, scale model of things, but they are behind a glass. Big glass, or they're untouchable, you cannot touch them, you cannot interact with them. As a gamer, I always wanted to do that, and thanks to the patronage of the municipal government of Gradara, that is what we made. We made a diorama, which is a reconstruction of how the city looked in the 15th century, and it's done also with the collaboration of the local archaeologist of the University of Urbino. So that is as close as we get to a historical, scholarly recreation of the town, but you can play with it. It's meant to be played with. It is designed to be played with war games and role-playing games. All the buildings, the interior can be used as well. It can be split in various smaller tables so you can reach every single corner of it. And it's designed for 28mm gaming.
Because I've been watching this come to life over the past months on Oshiro Models' blog as he's been working on it, but I didn't realize who it was coming for and what the story behind it was. And it's an absolutely magnificent construction. When it comes to the actual siege, the historical background of it, what way is the game set up in that respect?
That is...
Yeah, so that's part of our upcoming expansion for Force of Virtue. So we're, as a late Renaissance skirmish game, what we wanted to do was provide a siege system for people to be able to play within a day. If they have about 6 hours to set up a campaign. You can split the siege into smaller actions, whether that be a single escalade on a section of walls, sally out to destroy a cannon, an interception of a supply caravan for one side or the other, to try to model the Siege of Gradara. As all these things happen, and with the support of local historians from the city, we have a wealth of anecdotes to build our campaign system and the scenario deck to go with it. So, for example, there was a very, very daring breakthrough of cavalry into the city to bring the defenders much needed supplies and last reinforcements. So that's very much possible in our system, along with a reputed occult ritual where they fed a Eucharist to a donkey and threw it down a well, which reportedly caused such a violent storm that the Sforza guns couldn't fire on the town walls, and the attackers had to eventually withdraw.
That in and of itself sounds like absolute madness, but I love it to bits. What is the historical basis then? 15th century. Who was involved in this fight, and how did it end up? Did the besiegers actually win, or did the town stand?
At that time, the town belonged to the lords of Rimini, were the Malatesta of Rimini, and he was. But also he was involved other big Italian families of the time, like the Sforza, the Montefeltro. They were all involved, and these are all condottieri, the famous Italian condottieri, who were mercenary generals. They gave troops for others, but sometimes also they had their own principalities. They had to defend them, and there was a particular feud between the Malatesta of Rimini and a little bit of brain fog. Malate and the Urbino.
Urbino? Like, which one are you going for? Sorry.
The Dukes of Urbino.
Dukes of Urbino.
Montefeltro, that was the name that was slipping my mind. The Montefeltro of Urbino. So there were many sieges, but Gradara was one of the, for a long time, was one of the main strongholds of the Malatesta of Rimini. We were mercenary captains, they fought all over the place. But yes, they had to defend, they had a special feud with the neighbors.
Well, I understand that after the show, this is going to be packed up and actually go back to the city that it's designed for, and people will be able to go and play on it there as well. Even the mayor is here.
Yes, in fact, perhaps I can introduce the mayor, because without his support we would never be able to do this, and he's a gamer himself. But the idea is to then this will be placed in a special room within the castle.
Yeah.
And people will be able to book it. So if you want to go to Gradara and spend the weekend in Gradara, you can book this model and use it for your own games. We provide miniatures as well, but you can bring your own if you like. So yeah, you can book, rent the table and do whatever with it, all the games that you want.
There you have it, folks. It is possibly the most spectacular table I've seen here at Salute this year. I don't know if it's won Best in Show yet, but I imagine it probably will. Check out the upcoming Force of Virtue Kickstarter as well, which will have all the siege rules in it. And if you happen to be anywhere near Gradara and the castle in the future, if you can grab the mayor, that'd be great. Then you can always pop in, book a room, and get a chance to play on this absolute spectacular set of boards rather than just one board, because essentially everything is a 4x4. So that's got to be worth the price of admission in most cases. And here we have the mayor.
Without the support of Filippo.
Nice to meet you, Filippo Gaspari. Hello.
I understand you're also a war gamer as well, so this is passion project for yourself?
Yes, it's not. I'm not a wargamer as I would like to be. I know that lot of time, but I started since I was a teenager. Yes, we're tabletop games and wargaming too. And yes, it was a dream of mine to make the model of my castle, my beautiful castle, and make it playable. And thanks to the wonderful people of Masterstroke Games and Luca Raccagna from University of Edinburgh, and James from Oshiro Models, of course, the dream became true. And then I'm very happy.
Yeah. How long ago did you first sort of come up with the idea and then start reaching out to people? Because something like this has taken months anyway, but presumably there was a lot of planning beforehand.
Yes, okay. I can't remember when the idea came out, some years ago, okay? But it was more real when we met Gianluca, and he made us in contact with the people who could help us in supporting us in this project, which puts together a lot of high competence in the historical ones, gaming one, and crafting one. And I'm happy to say that when the model will be in Gradara, in its final location, the subject in charge with his maintenance and his playable opportunity will be a local association of young people who like to games. They have this club where they make games, and they will have the charge of the project. So booking for the groups who like to play with and have care of it too.
Well, I'm very privileged that you decided to do this and to show it off here at Salute. It has been a highlight of my weekend. Since I seen it being set up yesterday, I've been waiting on tenterhooks to see it in its full glory. Safe journey back to Italy when you go as well.
Thank you so much.
We're going to move on, folks, and see what else is here at Salute. Take care.